If the child belongs to Chinedu, the river will bless you. But if the child does not belong to him, the river will claim you.
Stop! This is barbaric! How can something like this still be happening in?
Some
You people
lies
think
can
women are
survive a
animals!
day.
I confess!
Some lies can survive a
This is
month.
not Chinamba!
But lies built on greed rarely survive a village. Because cities hide secrets. Villages expose them. And when Amaka followed Chinidu's mother to the village, she believed she was traveling toward comfort, toward respect, toward the life she had tried so hard to steal. What she did not know was that the village had already been prepared. Not for celebration. For truth. The car rolled slowly into the village square. Children ran beside the road. Women greeted them loudly. Welcome. Welcome. Drums sounded in the distance. Amaka sat upright, surprised. Because this looked like honor. Chinidu's mother stepped out first. Villagers bowed their heads respectfully. Then someone shouted, "Ah! The woman carrying our son's child has arrived." Amaka blinked. Our son's child. The words felt sweet, dangerously sweet. Women rushed forward to hold her hands. Careful, careful. She is pregnant. Someone brought a chair. Another woman brought palm wine. Another brought fruits. Amaka smiled softly. Inside her mind she whispered, "See, this is how a queen is treated." But Chinidu's mother stood quietly, watching, measuring, calculating. Because this welcome was only the beginning. From the first night in the village, Amaka's phone would not stop ringing. The name on the screen. Tunde, the Uber driver. She silenced the phone quickly. But every day, the phone rang again. Sometimes 10 times. Sometimes 20. One afternoon Chinidu's mother looked at her and said calmly,
Amaka, pick your call.
It's nothing, Ma.
Oh, it may be your baby's father calling.
You're joking, Ma.
The older woman smiled gently. Oh. Then she added slowly, "It may be your baby's father calling." Amaka froze for half a second, then forced a laugh. "You're joking, Ma." But her hands were already shaking. From that day, she only answered the call secretly, behind the house, near the mango tree, or by the riverbank, because some secrets prefer shadows. One evening Amaka stepped outside to answer the phone again. She did not notice that someone else had stepped outside too. Chinidu's mother, standing quietly behind the wooden door, listening. Tunde's voice shouted through the phone, "Amaka, why are you ignoring me?" Amaka hissed angrily, "Stop calling me. You said the baby was mine." Amaka's voice dropped cold. "Listen carefully. That child is not yours." Silence. Then Tunde spoke again. "But you told me." She interrupted sharply.
Even if it was yours, what would you do? Is it your small Uber salary you will use to raise to wealth the baby? I am about to marry into a wealthy family. So forget me, forget the baby, and never call this number again.
Call ended. Amaka exhaled, satisfied. Then she turned around, and almost fainted, because standing in the doorway behind her was Chinidu's mother. But the older woman said nothing. Nothing at all. She simply smiled. "Are you finished with your call, my daughter?" Amaka nodded quickly. "Yes, Ma." "Good. Come inside." That night, while Amaka bathed at the outdoor bathroom, Chinidu's mother picked up her phone, scanned through the call log, found the name, Tunde, saved the number. Then she whispered quietly to herself, "Good. The river will not need to work too hard." The next morning, Chinidu's mother made a call. "Tunde." "Yes, Ma. I hear you are looking for someone." Tunde's voice sharpened. "Amaka." "Yes. She is here. In the village."
She is here in the
Silence.
village.
Then she added calmly,
Come in 3
"If
days.
you truly care about her, come." 3 days later, Chinidu's mother gathered the village elders. Then she called Amaka. "My daughter, there is a tradition we must observe." Amaka smiled. "What tradition, my?" The old woman spoke slowly. "In our village, when a woman carries a child for our family, she must bathe in the sacred river." Amaka frowned slightly. "Why?" "To prove the child belongs to our blood." The elders nodded. "If the child belongs to Chinidu, the river will protect you. But if it does not..." The old woman paused, then finished calmly, "The river will swallow you." The air turned cold. Amaka forced a laugh. That sounds like a joke. But nobody laughed. Instead, one elder added quietly,
And the river goddesses will chew your bones.
That night Amaka did not sleep. Her mind raced. Is this real? Or are they testing me? She looked at Chinidu's mother. The woman had been so kind, so supportive. Could she really suspect anything? Or was this simply village tradition? If she ran away, she would lose everything. But if the ritual was real, she might lose her life. For the first time since the poisoning, Amaka was afraid, truly afraid. The morning arrived with drums. Real drums, not the soft kind played at weddings. These ones sounded ancient, heavy, boom, boom, boom. Women dressed Amaka in white cloth, pure white, the color of innocence, or judgment. They painted small white markings on her forehead, tied beads around her wrists. Then they began to sing low rhythmic songs. Women danced around her, carrying calabashes, throwing handfuls of water into the air. To anyone watching, it looked like celebration. But Amaka knew something was wrong, because nobody was smiling. The entire village followed her to the river. Men, women, children, even old grandmothers leaning on walking sticks. Amaka walked slowly, her heart pounding louder than the drums. The river came into view. Wide, dark, silent. The water did not move. It just sat there, watching, waiting. At the riverbank the elders gathered. The chief priest stepped forward slowly. His voice thundered across the crowd.
If the child belongs to Chinedu, the river will bless you. But if the child does not belong to him, the river will claim you.
A murmur passed through the crowd. Amaka's legs began to shake. The water suddenly looked deeper, hungrier, like a mouth waiting to close. The priest
Enter
raised
the
his
river.
staff. Enter the river. Two women stepped forward to guide her. Amaka walked slowly toward the water. Step, step, step. Then suddenly, stop. The entire village froze. Amaka raised both hands dramatically, her voice loud, angry. This is barbaric. The elders frowned. Amaka continued loudly. How can something like this still be happening in the 21st century? Some villagers looked confused. Others whispered. Amaka pointed toward the priest. You people think women are animals. Why must women always prove themselves with nonsense rituals like this? Why should I enter a river just to prove who the father of my child is?
Stop!
She began
This is
pacing
barbaric.
like a lawyer in
How
court.
can something like this still
This
be
is
happening
oppression.
You people
This
think
is
women are
backward
animals.
thinking.
Why should I
This
enter a
is-
river? Just to
Her foot
prove who the
suddenly
father of my
slipped.
child is. This is
Splash!
oppression!
Amaka fell straight into the river. For 1 second, the entire village was silent. Then panic exploded. Amaka screamed. Ah! The cold water swallowed her waist. She struggled wildly, her white cloth floating everywhere. Fear hit her like lightning. Her voice changed instantly. I don't want to die. I confess. Gasps erupted across the crowd. Amaka screamed louder. The baby is not Chinidu's. I lied. I lied. I poisoned Queen. I don't want to die, oh. Please bring me out. Help me. Two village women quickly grabbed her arms and dragged her back to the riverbank. She collapsed on the ground, soaked, shaking, crying, her confession hanging in the air like smoke. The villagers exploded into noise, some shouting, some laughing, some shaking their heads. One old man muttered, so the river did not even need to work today. Chinidu's mother stood quietly, arms folded, her face calm, like a teacher watching a student fail an exam she warned them about. Then suddenly, a car horn blasted behind the crowd. Everyone turned. An Uber, dust flying everywhere. The door opened. Tunde jumped out, running excitedly toward the river, holding flowers, completely unaware of the disaster. Amaka!
Amaka,
I came for you.
I
I
love,
love you. The entire village turned slowly toward him, then back to Amaka, then back to him again. The silence lasted 2 seconds. Then the whole village burst into laughter. Amaka covered her face, because in that moment, her plan, her lies, and her dignity, all drowned in the same river. Someone shouted, so this is the father. Chinidu's mother folded her arms. Perfect timing. Amaka stood frozen, her lies exposed, her plan destroyed. The elders spoke one final time. This village does not reward.
This village does not reward deceit. You are free to go, but never return.
They grabbed her hand. Come with me. The villagers chased them away with laughter. Dust followed their exit. And just like that, the woman who tried to steal a life lost everything. Meanwhile, in Lagos, Queen's fingers moved. Then her eyes opened slowly. Chinedu sat beside her bed, tears in his eyes. His mother told them everything. The lies, the village, the river, the humiliation. Queen simply sighed softly, then smiled. Because sometimes, the universe does not punish evil with lightning. Sometimes, it simply lets the truth walk into the room. Amaka disappeared. No one knows what became of her. Did she keep the baby? Did she marry Tunde? Did life humble her? No one knows. But one thing was certain. The love between Queen and Chinedu survived. And the river never needed to swallow anyone. Because sometimes, shame is punishment enough. The end. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Sweet Tales by B for more. Do you think Amaka deserved more punishment? Or the disgrace and Queen's victory in the end is just enough? Drop a comment in the comment section. See you in the next story. Thanks for watching.